very much in favor of the counting of points.
Does it work for you? No.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to your favorite figure skating podcast, The Run Through. I'm Adam Rippon, and here we're going to talk about all the things that make us kiss, make us cry, and make us not win the Olympics, like not Olympic champion Sarah Hughes, who is here with me today, against all odds.
And the list of things that made me not win the Olympics is long. It's a long list. And we won't get through it all today, but we'll talk about some, maybe.
We'll talk about it the next episode. It's probably about as long as the reason I didn't win, so that is probably, I mean, we're on the same page. We're even.
Yeah, we have the same number of Olympic titles still, and that brings me such comfort.
I'm glad to know that my failures have comforted you. Something that brings me comfort is, I want to talk about, this is the first episode of the new year. Happy New Year, everyone. You were all really lucky to ring in the new year. If you did listen to the holiday episode, you rang in the new year with a beautiful hit song sung by none other than Sarah Hughes right here on the podcast. Sarah, what's the reaction been since you've debuted those luscious, gorgeous pipes? I'm sure it's been overwhelming, the response.
Yeah, I mean, I've had to turn down several requests to do live performances, unpaid.
Right, of course. Pro bono performances.
Yeah,
yes.
I just, my time is worth more than that.
It's worth more than zero. Yeah.
But only a little bit more. And it's been great. I am glad that people did like the song. I'm glad that Megan Duhamel is still alive.
Yeah, this did bring me to some really important matters that we've had our first acknowledgement from an actual Olympic champion. And it was that we almost caused Megan Duhamel's death. And by we, I mean Sarah did, because she recorded a song in the privacy of her own home that was 3 minutes long. And Megan did tweet out that she needed to pull over the car. So you're physically moving people with your art.
Not emotionally, but physically.
You'll get there. I think you'll get there.
Well, so everybody knows about the song is just, I wrote and recorded it in the 20 or 30 minutes right before we recorded. And I texted Adam like 10 minutes before we were set to record and was like, I did something.
Right.
And
I'm sure in the same way that John Lennon texted the Beatles and went, I wrote yesterday. In 15
that was
minutes.
Paul McCartney, but yes, it was exactly like that.
It was the same text.
Yeah, you're John Lennon in this situation.
I'm going, what? You're Paul McCartney.
But what people don't probably realize is that you did not hear the song until we played it on the live recording. So Adam had not heard the song until we played it at the conclusion of our recording call. He did not know what was going to be in it, and then had to stay silent while it played.
I had to perform Silent Night, but the silent version of it while Auld Lang Syne. What is the name of the song? I don't speak German. What is it called?
Auld Lang Syne, yeah.
Auld Lang Syne. Well, German. They might be competing at Europeans.
I don't think it's a German song.
Is it
I think it's
Swedish?
like Gaelic or something. I think it's like Gaelic or something.
What did you call me? On the
you
podcast.
Heard me.
Yeah. Hey, Gaelic. That's
yeah, that was the funniest part, was watching Adam react to it while trying to be quiet his first time.
And it was hard for me to be quiet, as it usually is, to no one's shock that it was hard for me to be quiet. We did also hear from our beloved co-host Ashley Wagner, who was very impressed with the song and did say that she does need to come back to the podcast to, quote, stop me from ever speaking in an Australian accent ever again, end quote. Which is kind of fucked up because I kind of worked hard on that.
Yeah, I thought that was your best report.
I mean, it's one of my
Frankly.
best ones. Yes, I
Yeah.
do. It was character work, which is like, I mean, kind of just let me test things out. Let me
I mean, you're
workshop
honing your
things.
craft.
Yeah, and my craft is accented reports for a figure skating podcast.
It's a very
What's
niche
your
craft.
craft? Oh,
It's
yeah,
a
but
very
it's
niche craft.
it's a craft that I'm doing, I'm working on, I'm workshopping. I'm moving on. Sarah, what did we miss? What did we miss while we've been gone? It's the new year. I'm sure we missed some national championships. What
We
happened?
Definitely did miss some national championships. The, largest one being Japan's, the
Mhm.
week of Christmas. So we can talk a little about that. But we missed, a lot of European countries had their national championships at the end of December as well. The North American championships, national championships for Canada and the US are coming up this month. So those haven't happened yet. But yeah, what did we miss? Shoma Uno
I know.
reigns supreme in Japan. Yet again.
I think it's I mean, he's holding off Yuma Kageyama like nobody's business right now.
Well,
It's his business to do that.
it's
So
someone's business. I mean, he's barely holding him off. I think
Mhm.
Yuma won the free skate. And that seems like, I feel like they're just going to be really close for a while.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think it's only a matter of time until it feels like Yuma is like fully 100% back from this injury, adding another quad where he's really going to tighten up the gap. It's just
Yeah.
it's going to be really tough to beat him for anybody in the entire
Yeah.
world.
But an amazing competition across the board for the Japanese men. Sota Yamamoto got third and Kaomura got fourth, but Kaomura was given the third spot at the World Championships. So we're excited to see Kao at Worlds. It's a bummer for Sota that that's how it shook out. But great competition.
Yeah.
Like by the way, Jackie Wong told me that the entire last flight of Japanese men was the best group he's ever watched. So,
Which is incredible.
yeah, because he's watched a lot
of groups. Yeah. you could say
Tons
Jackie
of
Wong
groups.
has seen a lot of groups of things,
Mm-hmm.
especially skating. Now the women was a wild ride. From, if you look at this results, it's not what you might think. Kaori, obviously, she comes
Is
out
what
on
you might
top.
think.
She's doing what you'd think. Someone who didn't do what we thought was Mona Chiba, who honestly, she looked great. And it made me think, I wonder if she was a little injured during the Grand Prix or something, because the way that she skated, everything was clean, everything was solid.
Mhm.
What I mean, I'm literally making things up, as any good journalist would do.
Yes.
But I think no matter what, she was in great shape, and she came away with this silver medal, which is huge.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really cool to see her, that we get to see her later in the season now. And I hope that that's the kind of performance we're going to get.
I want
Because
that.
she's, that's like world podium, caliber if she can put both of those programs together clean.
Oh yeah. She's definitely put herself in the mix if she skates like that at like an international competition. I think it's going to be really important for her to have a good skate and to show up at the four continents, because, last year that's what we saw Heian do at the four continents, and it totally changed like
Yeah.
her trajectory at a world championships after like winning a four continents title. Hana Yoshida on the world team, even though she did not medal at the national championships. I think she just medaled at the Grand Prix final, so I understand the
Yeah.
reasoning.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, I'm excited. Well, and Mao Shimada, who got third, will go to Junior Worlds, and I think is the favorite to win there. So, you know, it all shakes out nicely for all of them, I guess.
I'm sad for my girl, Rion.
Yeah.
That's my girl.
It
From
happens.
double axel fall to quad toe land.
She's young. It happens. It'll come.
All right.
Nationals are a pressure cooker.
They are. I think
Like-
sometimes for these countries, like the U.S. nationals, Japanese nationals, I think the national championships can be like the scariest, hardest event
Yeah.
of the season.
Absolutely. Yeah. So
Which kind of brings us to, this is our pre-Europeans. This is, you know, it's huge. This is the pre-Europeans. That's
the
and that-
pre-Europeans what?
This is
Episode?
yes, this
that
is
what you mean?
pre-Europeans. Yes, and as the listener can hear, this is our European backtrack that's happening right now, which is very important. And
Are you playing a sound?
oh yeah, I'm playing a European sound, and because this is the European Championships, Sarah, it's going to be a wild event. What are your thoughts going into these European Championships?
I have a lot of thoughts.
Mhm.
One of them is that the women are going to be a little bit messy, I think. There are not a
Stop.
lot.
No.
Why are you telling me to stop?
No, because I think saying a little bit messy is gracious.
Yeah, this is going to be, I think, a rough women's event. So it feels like, I mean, amazingly, the Belgian girls are the leaders of the pack here.
Yes.
The youngest skater in the world and the oldest,
Yes.
Luna Hendricks.
Yeah, Luna Hendricks, the oldest living skater in the world. barely hanging on at 24.
Yeah, so I think, I mean, but you know, whenever you see a field where it's kind of unclear what's going to happen, that can be a great opportunity for someone to step up. I mean, you know, the defending champion Gubanova is competing, so you know, if she skates really well, who knows where she can end up. Kimi Rapond is skating here. Nina Petrokina, who got third at Skate America, is not competing because of an injury.
Yes.
So that's a bummer. But yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see if anyone steps up that we're not expecting.
I mean, one name comes to mind, the podcast's favorite skater. One of them. We have many favorite skaters, but one of them is Lari Naki Gutman, who will end the European Championships like she does every competition on her stomach.
And this podcast will continue to allow Adam to call her Laurie when her name is Lara.
Okay, you know what? I think we should open up a place for skaters to file grievances against me. Because I think that would be fair. And I think Lara Naki Gutman should be one of the first. And
You
then,
can send them to the Run Through Podcast's Instagram account because Adam's the only one with those login credentials. So that is a direct line for your grievances.
that would be the grievance line. And so far we have we're waiting for a complaint from Lara Naki Gutman and from Sarah Maud Dupuis. We are waiting. We are
and
waiting for that
Alyona Savchenko.
Yeah, well, she has a lot of things to complain about from me specifically. So I am waiting for that.
She has a lot of things to be thankful for from you, too.
Yeah, press. Any press is good press.
Attention.
Notoriety, perhaps. Yeah, maybe she should be sending me money and not a complaint. So if you want to send me
you can
money,
also send money to the Run Through Podcast Instagram account.
yeah, and that will go right to my Venmo. And so moving along, the men. Here we go. The men. I think that this is a time for Adam Siohimfa to win a second European title. I think he's obviously the overwhelming favorite to win this title.
Completely agree. I think this is It's an opportunity for him to really win big and be dominant and show, like, separate himself from the rest of the pack heading into the World Championships, so that is the note that he finishes on before the World Championships, is a big win at a Continental Championships.
Totally. You know, I think, Sarah, tell me if you agree with this point of view. From somebody who used to compete, me, I always saw the European Championships as sort of the European version of a U.S. Nationals or a Japanese National Championships. Like, that's your big event to qualify for a World Championship event. And so when I was competing, that would be the event that I'd look to see who's stepping up in the second half of the season. Where is, you know, how are these selections going to go for a World Championship? So for me, watching Europeans, because a lot of these European countries have a smaller national championships, like, this is their big one. This is the big thing for a lot of how these selections will be made moving forward. Do you kind of share the same point of view?
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think Europeans is a better indicator for a lot of these skaters as to how they are going to do under pressure.
Right. And I say
than
that
their national championships are, if their country even had a national championships. Like, some of them don't even hold them.
Wow. They don't even hold them. That's true. And I believe you, because it's your job to know.
Yeah, sometimes they don't. You know, if there's one skater,
right, hard to hold
at
a
the
national
senior level, like, they
yes.
don't need to have them go compete. Maybe they monitor them or something. I don't know.
Well, it brings me to talking about Kevin Amos, because he didn't medal at the French National Championships. He had a really, really terrible skate at the French National Championships in the free skate. So do you think that we should, like, do you think that we see how he does at the European Championships and just go, okay, maybe the National Championships was just, like, mentally just a rough event? And I think that this European Championships is going to be a real indicator of how he's really feeling and how he's really training. I think that, like, let's put the French National Championships behind us and let's see how Europeans go. That's my kind of impression.
To your point, nationals are less of the big event for him. What concerns me more is that there was a bad skate at the Grand Prix final right before that too. So it's 2 in a row, and the Grand Prix final is a big deal and is an international competition. So, you know, that is more what I'm thinking about. I agree that we can sort of leave nationals behind, and it's a bad skate, and it is what it is. I think you can leave that behind. But it concerns me that he's had 2 events in a row that have been really poor, and I don't know if there's, you know, what's going on, an injury or not, or you know, who knows, or maybe it's just like two bad events, like, it happens. So I guess I'm sort of agreeing with you. I just am also a little more hesitant maybe than you to just be like, the past is in the past. I just feel a little more like, I don't know. I just feel this, like, gloom hanging over him right now when he competes, because it's been 2 events in a row where it feels like it's gone really poorly. So I feel like if I'm feeling that dread for him coming into this event, I'm just like, I feel concerned about how he must be feeling.
Right. I think that's, for him, the European Championships is going to be really important just to change that feeling of being on eggshells when he's competing. Like, if this goes just, even if it's just a good event, it will change kind of our energy of watching him, which is obviously what
honestly,
we want.
I was thinking if I were him, I might simplify the programs for Europeans and make them a little bit simpler and make the jump content a little bit easier to just reset and do clean programs, or mostly clean programs, so that so that when you're done with this, you no longer have your most recent competitive memory being a nightmare.
Right. Just get your feet under you.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
I don't
And
know
I
if
think-
we'll do that.
I mean, yeah, who knows? I think I think we should tell him to do that. We should, when people are filing grievances against me, we will be giving advice out. So if you want advice, you can also reach out to the Instagram.
I mean, the other, like, the flip side of the Kevin coin is that if he does struggle again, or even if he doesn't, but he does what I just said and does simpler content, there's an opportunity for other people to end up on this podium.
Totally. And also just thinking about like the energy and the momentum, yeah, I think that's another reason why Adam Siohimfa wants a really good skate here, because he had all of this momentum heading into the Grand Prix final, and it almost felt like the bubble popped a little bit once we got to the Grand Prix final. And I think this would be a great way for him to regain that momentum to find himself back in the conversation of being on a podium at the World Championships.
Yeah.
But yes, like you were saying, there is a lot of room. I mean, there's a lot of room on this podium for a lot of different skaters. I think Matteo Rizzo's in that conversation. Lucas Bridgkey.
Yeah. Yeah, well, they were second and third last year. So, I mean, they're definitely there. And then you have, like, I don't know, other people who might, like, want to stretch for it, like Nika Agadze or even, like, Gabriele Frangiapini, the other Italian guy, like, you know, who has had a good season. Like, you know, who knows? Maybe they can make it happen.
Maybe
Make it
they
happen,
can
boys.
Make it happen. And I think they will. I think I really believe that the Europeans will make it happen for us, because that is what you do in Europe. Okay, I won't play that maybe just one more time by the end of the podcast.
I literally can't hear the sound that is being played, so this will be a fun surprise for me when I'm
It
editing.
will. You'll be like, "What did you search for?" And I'll be like, "I searched for French cafe because we
I
are
do
going
wanna
to
say-
Lithuania."
I do want to
Yes.
say the European Championships, and Four Continents to some extent as well, are hard for me to get really excited about
Mhm.
because they're so fragmented in that there are a few great competitors at the top, and then there's a whole bunch of people after them who are at a completely different level.
Mhm.
And so it's a weird, I just always feel like these events are sort of weird to watch, where you're watching people who they just span levels more than the Grand Prix. Like the Grand Prix feel so concentrated, and everybody
yeah.
is, for the most part, everybody's at like a certain level. And like World Championships, I guess, you know, do span like from really high caliber to lower, but less so. Like I think Europeans and Four Continents, because of the way they're set up, like there's a lot of like newer skaters who are just sort of not ready for this stage yet and are just trying to get their feet wet. And so it's always a weird competition to watch, where within the same breath, not within the same breath, but within the same 2 hours, you're watching someone who is probably not ready for this kind of stage at all, and then watching someone like Adam who, you know, would be in the world podium conversation.
Right.
Such
Well,
a
I mean-
weird, it's just these are weird events to me.
It's weird that it's like a ISU championships, because arguably it's kind of what you see at a US nationals, right? Like some of the first groups are people who have worked, and their main goal of the season was to qualify for the national championships.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so arguably it's like the same thing happening at a Europeans, where these countries are just competing to get a technical minimum score to qualify to skate at a Europeans, and maybe to get a different tech score to qualify for a world championship. So that is, but it's, you know, odd to see that happening at like a championship event. It's really like this wide scope of
Yeah.
a lot of different goals.
By the way, we did try to get Ashley to come back for the podcast this
Speaking
week.
of goals. But to no
And
avail.
she is still spending more time with Rosie than she is with us, which we will forgive for not much longer.
No, I will be filing a grievance on the Instagram, which will go right directly to me and only me. But at least I'll get it out. and I think that's what's kind of important. As I'll get that energy out. Other energy I want to get out is I'm curious to see. I think I have a good idea of how the dance is going to shake up at the European Championships. I feel like the Grand Prix final was the great equalizer of the universe of who might come out on top, Guignard Fabry or Fear. And
go on.
Lewis. What is Lila and Lewis Fear? They're married. They got married, by the way. Happy New Year to the
The
couple.
newlyweds.
Gibson, Fear and Gibson.
There it is.
That is all on me. All right, another grievance.
File your grievance, Lewis. You know
Yeah.
where to send it.
Yep.
I agree. I think the Grand Prix final set up what will probably happen here. So Italians likely the winners, followed by Lila and Lewis. But there's a great set of teams, just below all of them. And so like we're talking about like Tashlarova and Tashler, Mrazkova and Mrazek, the two sets of Czech siblings.
Yes.
Who we really like.
Yeah, we love them. They are speed devils, evil Knievels.
Yeah, they're so fast.
So fast.
They're so fast. And then we have Lapareva and Brissot from France, who have done really well all season, and Turkula and Versluis from Finland, who have had a really good season and have some of my favorite material of the year.
Mine too. They're my hope for a medal. Maybe not a surprise. I was going to say a surprise medal, but I would love to see them on the podium here. I agree. I love their material. It's so thought out. It's so beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. I love Loisia and Theo from France too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I love them. Yes.
Love them. And Eteri's daughter, Diana Davis, will be competing here for Georgia. In
Her
the ice
native
dance
land.
competition, her and Gleb. Interestingly, this is one of the first, this is certainly the biggest event that Caroline Soucis and Shane Fierce have done since they switched to representing Ireland.
Mm-hmm.
So
if you go on myancestry.com, that would be, I'm very connected to this team. I thought,
the dance event is sort of a who's who of, I went on Ancestry.com and found a vague connection to this country.
It's a
and
very
I
who's
live
where.
there now. Allison Reed and Caroline Soucis did the same program and came out in Ireland and Lithuania. So
yeah. Before we started the podcast, we did the draft beforehand because we're doing a battle royale. You're just gonna pass out when you see what we're doing for this. It's incredible. We're just doing one extra skater. That's it.
It's really not different at all.
No, it's exactly the same. But when we were talking about the dance, Sarah said, well, Allison Reed is at home in Lithuania. And I was really tickled by that because, yes, she is.
Yeah, it's a home field advantage.
and I said, I'm sure she gets off the plane and just takes a big, deep breath of that native air and goes, oh, my God, I am home.
This is where I belong.
This is where my passport belongs.
Well, that's true. But yeah, so but I mean a lot of good teams are competing in the dance event. So I think that will will not be news to you, but I'm excited to watch the dance probably more than all the other events at this competition.
I think the dance is going to be the most interesting. But not to say I really am looking forward to seeing Kantia Machi in the pairs and Hazan Volodin, who've had like this incredible season so far. So I think the pairs will be a good event as well.
Yeah, I think the pairs is going to be a good event because there's 5 of the teams competing here qualified for the Grand Prix final. and 4 of them went to the Grand Prix final because Haka and Kunkel withdrew. But 5 of them qualified for the final. Like, it's a good field.
And we get to see my favorite diva in all of skating right now, Maria Pavlova, the Hungarian pair skater.
How do you think she spent her New Year's Eve?
Probably making voodoo dolls.
Yeah, not listening to Old Lang Syne. No.
No,
something much darker. Having a seance.
Yeah, Ouija board. She's asking the souls of skaters past of how she can skate another clean program yet again. And I think that's what's really important this holiday season, is to remember the skaters of competitions past. And that Maria Pavlova is using a Ouija board, and she can file an official grievance of me saying that she's using witchcraft to help her in competition, which I don't think is a bad thing.
Why would that be insulting? You did that.
I'm doing it now. I'm still doing it to this day. Sarah, I feel like you would agree with me, and I think that you will.
And I do a lot of the time,
occasionally,
which is scary.
Yes. For you.
I think it is for everyone.
To unhinged behavior, I think we should announce the draft.
Okay. Oh, so we should announce our teams.
Yes, let's announce. That's what I meant by announcing the draft.
Yeah, because we
Let's
already
announce our
picked
teams.
them to save you guys from listening to us go
Humana.
and to save me from having to edit that out every 5 seconds. So, should I announce your team first, or should you announce my team, or should we go discipline by discipline, head to head? Here are my men.
Yes. Let's do head to head. Here are my men.
It's raining men on Team Sarah.
Yes, and who is reigning?
It's raining Frenchmen. Because I chose Adam Siohimfa. Thank you very much. Swiped him right out from under our own Adam.
Hate that.
And I am choosing to believe in Kevin Amos and his ability to put the past behind him. Wow. And I also wanted a villain. So I chose Nika Agadze, who's not the villain, but his coach is.
Yeah. I
felt like that could give me an edge. Because as you'll hear later, Adam chose a woman with a voodoo doll. So I needed a woman with her own voodoo dolls.
Who is a voodoo doll. Who is walking around with pins in her body.
And she's fine.
She's never been better. She's held off a criminal trial for 3 years. And so I think if anyone can do that, it's impressive. Yeah. Also impressive is my men, head to head. You went French, I went Italian. Matteo Rizzo, my first man.
Yes.
Lucas Bridgkey, not Italian. But
Switzerland is close to there.
It's very close. It's closer to Rome than Moscow is, and like we said, win in Rome.
Daniel Grassel could have gone to Switzerland much easier than he went to Moscow.
Yes. But he chose the harder route, the one filled with more pills.
The road less traveled,
even
and more troubled.
Even by WADA. Especially by WADA.
WADA's not traveling that road.
No, that's why you miss all those tests. And my last skater, Denis Vasilyevs.
Woo!
Which I
Team
do
Adam.
feel like is like getting an extra skater. If you get an extra skater for every nipple that comes out.
That's true. Yeah, that's a rule.
It's a rule. So I'll be announcing my bonus skater. Yeah. Should we go right to the women?
Yeah, Adam, tell me about your women's contingent.
Well, I decided that it would only be fair if I took the oldest and youngest skater ever to exist, and I put them on one team. That does mean that I have
And
Luna
they are
Hendricks.
Actually on one team.
Yes.
In real life.
And now in fake life, they repeat it, which is really amazing. So, yes, I do have Luna Hendricks and Nina Pinzeroni. And I thought, since she is going to file a grievance, I would take Laura Naki Gutman. And because she will end on her stomach, which I appreciate every time.
Do you think, is that worth extra points as well? Being on your stomach?
Absolutely. Yes. 100%. If you get onto your stomach on purpose, you should absolutely get at least 5 of those extra 1,000 points that they're giving to the LGBTQ plus community.
Yeah, because being on your stomach is
Gay.
queer.
Just in general. Like, that's just
yeah,
it's just
in
a
general.
rule of thumb. Yes.
Laying down is queer. Okay, my pair's team.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I haven't said my women.
Yeah. Sarah actually withdrew from she decided she didn't need them. But
Yeah. I mean, maybe I don't. My women are defending champion Anastasia Gubanova,
Very
Polish
good one.
superstar Katia Kurakova,
Mm-hmm.
and
So true.
Adam's daughter, Kimi Rapond.
Yes. I am sad not to have my daughter on my team, but I do understand that she needs to be on a team. And I decided that I did need Belgian skaters on that team. So I am sorry to Kimmy. But I did what only I could do. Good luck. Good luck
Daddy
with that
loves you.
information. Yeah, Papa loves you. Good luck and good night. I think let's just do it in the order that we talked about. Let's go right to the dance. Oh, yes.
Okay, well, I have Guignard and Fabry and Fear and Gibson. Because I
Okay.
prioritized choosing my dancers over my women, which may have come through. That may be coming through.
I mean, I should have done a little bit more strategy work because I think actually that prioritizing dance is good because there are many dance teams. So you'll get a lot of points, most likely.
Well, yeah. I think we should just do it like the cutoff for the free skates should be where we
your
create the
max
points.
score. Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Because that's just more fair.
Yeah. No, that's
And I am nothing if not fair to you.
nothing. No, you are nothing to me.
I am
That's-
nothing. I'm like Maddie Hubble. I am worth nothing.
I am worth nothing. Can you explain? I think I want you to I want you to go into that tweet of that you mentioned in the hit tune
Yeah,
Auld
I
Lang
need
Syne.
to figure out a name to that song. Yeah. Oh, the Maddie Hubble tweet.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, AOC tweeted something like, and I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember exactly, but AOC tweeted something like, some guy just came up to me and commented like that my net worth is like $20 million. And I said, LOL, no, it isn't. Don't believe everything you read on the internet. I still have student debt or something. She's basically just saying that like the internet says things about people's net worth that aren't true. And Maddie Hubble's mom, Susan, replied
Yes.
and said,
I was that man.
the internet says that my daughter, or she says something like, my daughter was an Olympic figure skater or something, and the internet says that she's worth $5 million. She is worth nothing. Period. Ice dancer. Period.
Oh, and to me that is worth everything.
Everything. Yep.
Everything.
Yeah.
It's incredible. No, that was an incredible tweet. I'm really grateful it made the holiday tune.
Don't you wish your mom was going out on the internet telling people you were worth nothing?
Yeah, instead she's doing it in private. So it's
Wish she would stop doing that.
at least do it in a public forum to a congresswoman. Which brings me to Congresswoman. No, I'm kidding. There are no congresswomen on my team, unfortunately.
Well,
but
maybe
there,
future ones.
maybe the Finnish ice dance team of Turkula and Versulius, they'll be in Congress one day. If George Santos can do it, maybe
Anyone
Turkula
can.
do it. Maybe anyone can. So they are on my team. I also have Lithuania's Allison Reed on my team for the ice
And
dance.
only her.
Only her, so I'm getting half the points.
Yeah.
So yes, that's very exciting.
That is very exciting. I think her and she's with Saulius Ambrulevicius, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, they scored really high at one of their events this fall. I'm blanking on which one it was, but I feel like they'll do well here. I mean, they are Lithuania's
Hometown favorites.
own. Yeah.
I mean, they are. That is true. They are. So I am, and they have that fun cell phone free dance. And I love
yeah.
anytime you can bring a cell phone out, even pantomime. And so that leads us to our last discipline of the pairs, where two skate as one. Sometimes. And sometimes they fall as two, though.
Which it feels more common than skating as one these days.
Falling as two, yeah.
Yeah. Who did you take on your pairs team, Adam?
Obviously, I had to take Maria Pavlova and Alexei Sviatchenko. That was really important to me. I also took Conti
Because
Amachi.
you wanted an army of the dead from the Ouija board.
Absolutely. I wanted an army, and I got it. And I got what
And
I wanted.
you got it.
Who did you got?
She's your general. Wait, who was your second team?
Conti and Machi, my Italians who are skating, who they have some of my favorite stuff this year. So I'm very happy that they're on my team.
I agree. I have Grand Prix final champions Haza and Volodin.
Mm-hmm. Excellent choice.
And junior Grand Prix final champions Metelkina and Berulava from Georgia.
Yeah,
so
that's really solid work.
Adam is going to make something about our two teams for the Instagram, and you can cast your votes for who drafted better. And if you're not going to say me, don't comment.
Send a message.
Don't put that out there publicly. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it or see it. So,
but you know what? I think that this is a good way. This is a good way to figure out how we're going to do the Nationals draft, because Ashley will be back. I know it seems like she quit, but she didn't. She just keeps on going. And
yeah, we're not allowing her to quit. So.
No. And she's not allowing us to continue without her. So that actually is a precursor to not quitting.
Yeah, because of the Australian accent, that was the last straw.
Yeah, it was the last straw hat. Do they wear them? They do.
Who? Australians?
Yes.
I mean, I think straw hats are
international,
globally worn. Yeah.
Recognized, globally recognized.
Yeah.
I think I'm feeling good. I'm feeling quite good. I'm feeling optimistic, and I'm feeling like I'm ready for the European Championships. Sarah, what an amazing pre-European Championships episode.
Yeah, you know what? I think I'm saying this to the listeners. We were a little like, this is our pre-Europeans episode, but we also were behind on some nationals, and we were a little like at a loss as to how to cover it all and what all to talk about. So what I'm saying is, send us things that you want us to talk about, because we're back now from this was our post-holiday sort of, we're getting back into it.
Yeah.
But we're ready. We're ready for more topics. So send us stuff that you want to hear about. And as competition gets rolling, we'll have, plenty to discuss.
Plenty to discuss. Absolutely. Well put, Sarah. This is definitely, we're getting the cobwebs out from the holiday. This is where we're slowly getting into a competition. Is the skaters have been training, but we've been resting, and that's really important to note that we needed rest, even though that they are not resting at all.
Resting.
And sometimes adults need rest, and so we got it. And so we're gearing up for the season. We're excited. Europeans are happening, and you let us know if there's anything that we should cover, because now we're ready. We got our 8 hours, and that's all we got is 8 hours over the last 3 weeks.
Yep.
And that's all we need. And so we are ready. And so we're glad to be back. We will see you next week. And We love you. Happy New Year. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome
Happy
back
New
to the
Year.
pod.
Happy New Year. Welcome back to. Ooh, never mind. I didn't have anything.
Well, until next time, we'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.